We'll be there at dawn, east side of the Citadel. Now don't worry about the Zerg. They're busy finishing off the Protoss. Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Gurney, this time I really will kill you.
Sure, boss. Get in line.
I can't believe you'd stab me in the back.
Ugh. Really?
What?
You really didn't see it coming? How much of a dope are you?
A dope?
A dope. You really thought both of us were getting rich? That's not how this works, buddy. One of us gets rich, the other gets stabbed in the back. I just got there first.
You piece of
Would you two shut up?
Huh?
Rockwell's sitting here, listening to a couple of morons jabbering like hens, and all Rockwell can think is, why aren't the Zerg here yet? You jabronis think you got it bad? Rockwell just got hired for a job, and now he's locked up with a couple of morons waiting to die. And all they can do is argue with each other like it actually matters that one of them might be slightly more of an asshole than the other. So Rockwell is thinking that you two should know your role and shut your damn mouths.
Wow, that made a lot of sense.
Well, look who it is.
the only person I might hate more than you, mate.
Charming. So, anyone looking for a job?
Rockwell must have heard you wrong.
I've got a proposition for you. Figured it might be interesting.
A proposition?
Simple. I break you out of here, you help me with a job.
Rockwell definitely heard you wrong, because as Rockwell remembers it, your candy ass is the reason he's in this cage.
What a coincidence.
Weren't you the one just yelling at us?
So?
I'd rather rot in this jail than work for you, Trench. Puh.
Gurney?
Better than dying.
Rockwell can't disappoint the millions and millions of Rockwell's fans!
You guys are really gonna work for this asshole after what he did?
What choice do we have, Charlie? You think the Protoss are just gonna give you life in prison? You think they won't put your head on the block?
Oh. Right. Fine. I'm in.
Alright, first things first. Let's get our gear.
We don't have time for that. I'll get you out of here just fine.
Rockwell isn't leaving without his tank.
I'm sure as hell not leaving Jane behind.
Jane?
He named his suit after his mother.
This just got weird.
Tell me about it.
Anyway, your gear should be in their armory. This way. Let me guess. You need something.
What's the story?
Don't take up.
Mock's here. What's the plan?
Anyone's paradigm needs shifting.
What do you need, jabroni?
What do you want this time? Tenfold, my friend.
You better know your role.
Trench reporting in.
You know, if we're gonna be wandering around this place, I'd love to get my hands on those resources.
Classy as always, Gurney.
Hey, I gotta undo the damage you did somehow. We'll need to knock out whatever generators are powering those shields, so keep your eyes open.
Don't have to ask me twice. Someone's should be around here somewhere. Whatever you say. 10-4, my friend. Don't have to ask me twice. 10-4, my friend.
Don't take up too much of the great.
What do you want this time? Someone's getting paid.
What do you need?
Trench reporting in. Whatever you say. Someone's getting paid. Don't have to ask me twice.
Anyone need a light?
I'm hurt bad. Let's see if we can find some first aid supplies in these
Where's
crates.
Rockwell's tank?
Should have been here. Gurney's mech, too. Look, we've got to go, guys. This job will more than pay for new gear.
No can do. How can Rockwell be the most electrifying siege tank pilot in the sector without the most electrifying siege tank?
You're gonna get us all killed, McFly.
Can we please focus on getting out of here? There's a maintenance bay this way, I think. Maybe they were working on the vehicles.
Got a smoke, mate?
Anyone's paradigm need shifting?
Mox here. What's the plan? Sam,
Don't take up too much.
yeah, go ahead. Now that's a... What's the story? Alright, let's move it.
Trench reporting.
Got a smoke, mate?
You better know your role.
What's the story? Mox here. What's the plan? Yeah, go ahead. No worries.
Rockwell here.
Mox here. What's the plan? Sounds about right.
We're gonna need to get to the elevator if we want to get your gear.
Then we're gonna have to get past that Vespine leak. That stuff will burn our lungs out before we get to the other side.
Speaking of burning, that stuff ignites real nice. This seems like the perfect time for Jane's revenge.
For the record, it's still weird that you named your suit after your mother.
She was a hell of a lady. Emphasis on hell. All clear. Let's move.
What do you want this time?
Got a smoke, mate?
What do you need, jabroni?
Mox here. What's the plan? No worries. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea.
You better know your role.
What's the story? Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea.
Rockwell here.
Yeah, go ahead. Alright, let's move it.
The Nexus is overrun.
Sounds about right.
Don't take up too much.
Got a smoke, mate?
elevator.
No worries. Mox here. What's the plan? Sounds about right.
What do you need,
Strike from
jabroni?
both
What's the
flanks.
story?
Flee north where you can.
No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries.
I bet this thing powers one of those shields downstairs. Let's take it out.
Got a smoke, mate? Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it. Mox here. What's the plan? Gurney, is that really how you see the world?
How?
Just a race to see who gets stabbed in the back last? Talk about dark.
Seriously, Charlie? Ugh. Charlie, you were willing to hold planets hostage with a horde of Zerg, but you draw the line at stabbing someone in the back?
That was your idea. You talked me into it. No one was supposed to get hurt. An easy payday, you said. Sure, I was fool enough to believe you because you saved my bacon in the past. I felt like I owed you, so that's on me. But a man's gotta have a code, Gurney.
Rockwell has a code, and it says that the only thing those jabroni Zerg are good for is having a smackdown laid on them. Once Rockwell is done with this job, he quits.
Rockwell's laying the smack down.
Yeah, go ahead. Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. All right, let's move it.
Rockwell here.
Looks like we can drop down here.
Sure, what could go wrong?
You better know your role.
Mox here, what's the plan? What's the story? Now that's a bonzer idea.
What do you need, jabroni?
Let me guess. You need something.
Got a smoke, mate?
Bad luck. Looks like that force field is powered by that generator, but we can't get at it.
If Rockwell had his tank, he could take that thing down just like he did Chucky's power generators.
Yeah, thanks for that, mate. What's the story? Sounds about right. No worries. Mox here, what's the plan? Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. No worries. Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea.
10-4, my friend.
Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea.
Rockwell here.
What's the story? No worries. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right.
You better know your role.
You must be kidding me. No tank?
Unbelievable.
Well, Gurney, you might as well suit up.
The Great One is not amused.
Hey, General, I've got a question. Do you practice that nonsense?
Practice what?
Never mind. I'd say that we should forget the tank, but
Rockwell isn't going...
Anywhere without his tank. We got it, mate.
Any ideas, Trench?
well, we've been all over. Last place I can think of is the launch bay. Maybe somebody's been joyriding.
Rockwell's gonna kill them. Twice if they scratch the paint job.
What do you need, jabroni?
Yeah, go ahead. Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right. No worries.
Don't take up too.
What's the story? Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. Now that's a bonzer...
You guys get the feeling we're going in circles?
Rockwell thinks that's a solid idea. Third floor, candy asses.
What just happened?
You heard the General. Third floor it is.
Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right. No worries. Alright, let's move it. No worries.
You better know your role.
Yeah, go ahead. Now that's a bonzer idea. What's the story? No worries. Sounds about right. Mox here. What's the plan? What's the story? Ah, wonderful. These things are basically indestructible. No way we're getting through without some serious firepower.
Like Rockwell's tank.
Actually, General, I've got this. Situations like this are exactly why I set up the nuke vent on my mech. You guys should stand back.
You did that on purpose?
Now that's what I call carnage.
That wasn't funny the first 50 times you said it. It ain't funny now.
Here?
Mox here. What's the plan?
Okay, the vehicle bay should be down there.
Oh man, I just put new shocks in this thing.
Finally, Rockwell has come back to his siege tank.
Great. Can we please leave now?
Gladly.
Rockwell here.
Yeah, go ahead. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. No worries. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. Got a smoke, mate? Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. No worries. Mox here. What's the plan?
Ah, there's a shield generator. I bet it's powering the other shield. Take it out and we're rich.
Now that's a bonzer idea. Yeah, go ahead. Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Now that's a bon...
I'm up for anything.
Mox here. What's the plan? Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. Story. Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Sounds like we've got a smoke, mate. Yeah, go ahead. Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. No worries. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right. No worries. Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. No worries. Alright, let's move it. No worries. Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. No worries.
Open fire!
Got a smoke, mate? Alright, let's move it. No worries. Mox here. What's the plan? Sounds about right. What's the story?
Let me guess. You need something. Whatever you say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Trench reporting in.
Mox here. What's the plan?
What do you want this time? Don't have to ask me twice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyone's paradigm shifting?
Got a smoke, mate? Alright, let's move it. No worries.
Let me guess. You need something. Someone's getting.
What's the story? Sounds about right. Got a smoke, mate? No worries.
I'm up for anything.
Mox here. What's the plan?
Anyone's paradigm need shifting?
What's the story? Mox here. What's the plan? Sounds about right. Yeah, go ahead. Alright, let's move it. No worries.
What the?
Trench?
For the record, I happen to subscribe to Gurney's philosophy on backstabbing.
Well done, Mr. Astor.
That's why you pay me, broker.
Oh shit.
You said he was dead.
Nobody had seen him for months.
Rockwell needs to be more selective about his jobs.
Ms. Smith will pay you the agreed upon sum. I believe this concludes our business.
Much obliged. See you around.